Hi brethren, it's Lisa. Wanted to come on real quick and share a dream that I had this morning. I have to share it quickly. I don't have a lot of time today, so I have to go quickly, but I felt this needed to be sent out. So there's 3 parts to the dream. The first part, I heard FDR. I woke up and wrote that down. I heard and saw capital FDR. I thought when I woke up, I figured, write down a birthplace, a birth date, because after I woke up I went, oh, is this Franklin D. Roosevelt? So I thought, write down the birth date, birthplace. The second part of the dream, I was at a home that I lived in, but I didn't recognize it. It had a basement, and a brother of ours, many of you know, is Jeff Briley. He came over with 2 other people. I wasn't sure if one of them was a woman and one of them was a man. I don't know if one of them was his wife. I have no idea. But there was the 3 of them. But Jeff had come to explain how these military people in military uniforms were coming to people's homes and shooting them. There's no other way to say that. That's what he was explaining. Military was entering people's homes and shooting them, and he was showing me what they usually did, like, where they would take them, shoot them in the home. They were shooting them inside their homes. The second part of the dream, there was supposedly a meteor strike or a nuclear bomb, and we all thought it was an earthquake. But then I saw in the dream this Dooney and Burke purse. This Dooney and Burke purse, it was specifically Dooney and Burke, the name. It was in the shape of a mushroom. And I thought, in the dream I thought, this is a bomb that was in this purse. Then the dream switched again, and Jeff was still in the dream, and we were discussing these horses. We were on a farm in a field looking at these horses. The horses that were just before us were bridled. They were peaceful. They were eating. They were doing good. They were clean. Just on the other side of those horses were wild, dirty, foul horses that had caused an upheaval with the ground, scattered everywhere, disheveled, dirty. They were not bridled. So I woke up, I looked up FDR, and FDR is Franklin D. Roosevelt, and I want you to remember he went to Harvard University and Columbia Law School. Those are important because this is in the bribery, international bribery conviction that took place later on. These 2 universities were involved with one of the people. Harvard University and Columbia Law School. So, Franklin D. Roosevelt was born January 30th, 1882, in Hyde Park, New York. He died April 12th, 1945. I wondered, seeing Hyde Park, New York, if this is where that mushroom bomb, the bomb in the purse that caused maybe the mushroom, would go off. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure about that. I didn't see that. I just saw this New York relation and wondered why I saw FDR. The 2 universities that are tied in with Frederick Burke and a gentleman by the name of Victor Cozzini, also known as the Pirate of Prague, because on July 2019, Frederick Burke from Dooney and Burke was found guilty by a jury and convicted of conspiracy and bribery under the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, the U.S. Court for Southern District of New York. He was convicted of conspiring with Czech national Victor Cozzini, also known as the Pirate of Prague, to pay bribes to the ex-president and government officials of Azerbaijan. This is a country, Azerbaijan, The bribery involved a 1998 scheme to induce the sale and purchase of the Azeri State Oil Company. This was fraud and conspiracy on hundreds of millions of dollars. So actually, Burke from Dooney and Burke was fined $1 million and sentenced to a year in jail and a day, followed by 3 years of probation. But Victor Cozzini he conducted that. They were together in that transaction. The investors, and it's the story as told by him, the president of that country handed over their money to him. He went to Harvard University and Columbia University, and AIG supposedly gave $400 million in total from clients to this man. Later on, they changed their mind. I'm just paraphrasing here because I don't have much time. You can look this stuff up. He is in the Bahamas right now and has faced serious legal action by the Manhattan District Attorney, who has filed an indictment in New York for his bribery. This trial for the scam began on June 1st, 2010. So this was involving oil, many hundreds of millions of dollars. This purse was a Dooney and Burke purse, shaped like a mushroom. Wonder if all these people involved in this international conspiracy or other countries that have been in bribery with the United States. I just would be very curious how you guys look in this and see if how this ties in. Now on the horses, the scripture that I was led to was James 3. I'm just going to read James 3 because we really need, and then I'm going to close. We need to consider all of these things and that is written in these scriptures. My brethren, be not as many masters, knowing that we shall receive greater condemnation. That means don't have many teachers, knowing we have the greater condemnation. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. The bridling of the horse. He's able to bridle himself. Behold, we put bits in the horse's mouth, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beast, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things of the sea is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind, but the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therewith bless we God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not to be. Doth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries? Either a vine figs? So can no fountain yield salt water and fresh. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out a good conversation, his works in meekness of wisdom. But if ye have a bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, and devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion, and every evil work. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in the peace of them that make peace. This is how these horses were, the ones that were bridled. They were at peace. They were clean. They had nice ground, and I could just tell in the dream that the fear of the Lord was on them, and that he was leading them in all their ways. let us be bridled in just the same, and not like the wild horses who were just on the other side of him, who had torn up the ground, were wild in nature, filthy, dirty, and scattered. This is what I wanted to share with you today, brethren. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. In Jesus' mighty name, be blessed. Shalom.